Hello everyone, and welcome to my Let's Play series on Deadly Rooms of Death, Secret of the Blank Dungeon. I made this hold as a tribute to the official Journey to Rooted Hold. For those who know about the official Deadly Rooms of Death series. Although the original Journey to Rooted Hold is more puzzle oriented, whereas this is more combat oriented. In particular, the hold starts off in the same way that the official Journey to Rooted Hold starts off at, with Beethor warning Helf not to go too far ahead of him, and Helf not listening, per usual. But instead of following a goblin, Helf follows an ordinary person, done to the rest of the dungeon. Like so. Although I know in the official Journey to Rooted Hold, there weren't monsters right away, there are puzzles without monsters at first, I decided to introduce monsters right away to enforce the combat-oriented theme. Like so. And I also made sure to make Beethor's dialogue similar to the dialogue in the official Journey to Rooted Hold. This room is pretty simple. It's basically just slashing roaches and opening doors. And of course, the excessive amount of roaches is intentional because this is a combat hold. This room is a tribute to one of the rooms in the first level of the official hold, where it has a similar split. This room is on the south end of the split, although I added roaches here where there were none in the original hold. Again, to cement the combat-oriented theme. And then of course, there's a path to the secret room just like in the original hold, as well as the appropriate dialogue. This is the secret room itself. Note that the image is different because I couldn't use the official one from the hold for copyright reasons. So I had to accommodate that and make the story slightly different compared to the original hold. And of course, there's a bunch of roaches, again because of the combat theme. Although this one requires some strategy, it isn't just mindless slashing roaches. In particular, you have to figure out a way to shelter yourself from the bombardment of roaches at the beginning. This one is also pretty much a strategy room, although the strategy isn't as tight as the secret room. This is yet another strategy room, although again, you have more freedom, like in the last room, compared to the secret room. This room is a tribute to another specific room, the 10th level exit room, from the first level in Journey to Rooted Hold. The combat here is actually easier compared to the original version, because the original version was sort of a mini maze. And the other change I did was, in the original hold, Beethor used his portable orb, but here, Helf opens the door for you instead. And of course, I have the dialogue from the second level, where Beethor meets Helf again. As you can probably guess, from here on out, it is a tribute to Helf puzzles from the second level of the original hold, but with a combat-oriented twist. In particular, in this room, you fend yourself off from roaches coming from Roach Queen hordes. using the walls and obstacles as cover. This particular room is a tribute to how puzzles without range from the second level of the official hold.
Got it.
In particular, using health to open different doors and block roaches and things like that. In fact, here, I used a clever strategy and used health as an obstacle that gets in your way instead of helping you in this particular section of the room.
Alf, open them!
I can't.
So you have to get him somehow out of the way, although in this case it is pretty easy, because he moves by himself out of the way. And then of course, the rest of the room is basically an ore puzzle, where you have to figure out how to open the door without getting swamped by the roaches.
Going.
This room is the hardest of all the ones in the first level in my opinion, and I intentionally designed it that way, because it is very much more puzzly than the other ones. In particular,
What's going on?
you have to be efficient in killing specific roach queens before you can kill all the others, although I designed it in a way so that when you do kill the roach queen, all the other roach queens will spawn a massive amount of roaches. Like so. So this room was designed with a clever linchpin in addition to being horde oriented like the other rooms. The final room in the first level is a tribute to basically the final room in the second level of the official hold, where you talk to the negotiator and she warns you about the Slayer. And I made sure to make the dialogue a tribute to the dialogue in the official hold, of course. Now that I've given you a running commentary on the thought process behind my design of the first level of the hold, I can tell you about my thought process behind the second level of the hold in my next video. See you then.